Dear Christian Black Girl is a safe online space curated by Geri, Tikisha Morris, and Tiffany Dillard. Have you ever been on a FaceTime call with your homegirls and the conversation was just really random and it went from like prayer to family life to TikTok videos to burrito tacos? Well, that's exactly how this podcast goes. It really is a whole lot of randomness a lot of the times. Y'all, we literally bring you into our everyday conversations as Black Christian women. Our conversations can range from love to friendships, church culture, beauty standards in America, and literally everything in between. So grab your mama, your cousin, your sister, and your best friend, and let's talk about all the things. So y'all, let me tell y'all, I don't know if you can see behind me these balloons, but can I shout out my mama real quick? Because she got the real balloons. Those balloons are from last Saturday, and they're still kind of up.
Can we
She
talk
got
about
the
the
real.
celebration?
Oh, she put helium in it.
Yeah, mama got the real balloons because at the last minute she asked me because I had a get together Saturday and my birthday was Sunday, and so like Friday
Happy
night,
birthday.
yeah, Friday night she asked me, she was like, "Is there anything else?" Because it was at her house. So my fee for entry to my own party was that I had to help clean up beforehand.
Not your feet for
That
entry.
was my fee for entry.
I had to do the same thing.
That was my fee for entry. She was like, "Yeah, you can have it over here, in the basement. Then you gotta come clean it." I was like, and we be over there a lot, gathering in the basement, and so yeah. But yeah, that
So,
was my
how
fee for
was your
entry.
birthday?
It was, I loved it. Cause you know me, Tiffany, Tikisha. Tiffany, you've never been one of my birthday get-togethers, but me, I dress up every single year. I get a full face of makeup every single year. I get a
The
new
whole
outfit
nine.
every single year. And this year, I was just like, yeah, no.
Well, wait, Tiffany, let me tell our DCBG fam, right? So, Jerry's birthday, I was out of town. So, I call her bright and early in the morning, and she's like, "Yes, I have on a hoodie." And I'm like,
Because I knew you were gonna say something
I was
like,
like,
"What do you have
I
on?"
see. I see. Because it's a whole production. And
Yes.
she looked fly on her birthday, no doubt, but no new dress because it's a dress, it's the heels,
Yeah,
it's
I
the whole
always got a pair of
thing.
heels on. I always have a full face of makeup on my birthday. Like I be doing it. I can't
Your
even
makeup
lie.
was done. You looked gorgeous.
No, actually, I didn't have a full face. All I did was get my eyebrows done. That was it.
You only had, oh, well, your eyebrows stole the show then because in my brain, I see your makeup done.
No, it
Mm-hmm.
was just my eyebrows. I didn't have
Well,
on no
you killed it.
foundation.
But this is my
So
question to the sweatshirt, Tiff. Let me see your sneakers. Because just because you
oh, for
decided to
sure.
dress down for your birthday does not mean that you skimped on your shoe game. And her shoe game was popping.
Can I tell y'all? I designed my sweatshirt around my shoes. Cause I was
Of
like,
course you did.
what shoes do I have?
Of course
Okay,
you did.
I got the black, white, and gold Jordan ones. Okay, let me get a sweatshirt that says it's my birthday with black, white, and gold. So that's what I did.
And shiny gold.
Yeah, it
Not
was this
just
shiny gold. It was the metallic
so
gold.
tough.
But yeah,
Yeah.
my mama got the and they were laughing at me because my mom was like, "What kind of flowers do you want?" I was like, "Rose gold." And so when I showed up with black, white, and gold, she was really confused. Like, this don't match. I said, "It doesn't have to match. It's my birthday. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna
See,
wear what I want to wear." She was like, "You are so weird." And I was like, "Thank you. I don't care." And
it's a
so yeah,
whole
my
thing.
mama. Shout out to my mom. She got
Shout out to
the
Mother
good
Teresa.
balloons.
Do you make a big deal out of your birthday, Tiffany?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, I've been having birthday parties all my life, so it's not it's not a time that I don't have a birthday party. I fired my own mama for throwing the
You know
trashiest
what?
birthday party ever. I did not like it. I was not pleased. I was not happy about it at all. And I literally told her to her
What
face, "You
is
will never throw me a birthday party ever again." And
wow?
I'm some woman of my word.
I cannot deal with you. No, tell us about the birthday party you threw for yourself that you told me about yesterday.
Oh yeah, because like I said, I've never not had a birthday party. So That year, because normally, like, I have a little cousin, his birthday is on the 20th of May and mine's on the 19th. So we always had our birthday parties together. Like, his mom and my dad would come together and they would always have his birthday party. So that year, nobody was like, the buzz was not going around. Like, what are we doing for
Not
Tiffany's
the buzz.
birthday?
No, no,
No,
nothing.
nobody was talking about it. So I had told my whole class, that my fifth grade class, that that I was having a birthday party in my house. And so, my friend Malachi, his dad had came to the house and he was gonna drop him off. And so he had my gift and I was like, oh, my parents are not home, Malachi, like right now. So, they're not here, so I can't let you in until they get here. But I said, but let me get that gift though.
Wait a minute.
Not
Did you trick the boy into coming to your house and give you a gift?
Well, no, I told my whole fifth grade class I was having a birthday party that Saturday at my house.
Oh, okay.
But her parents hadn't planned a party.
No.
So how are you gonna have? I'm so confused.
Because Tiff said there is not a year that has gone by that she has not had.
Run me my party.
So I had to check with my granny because I'm like, what's going on? Because this is not normal.
And
I understand that. Well, I mean, there may have been some financial situations going on between my dad and my bonus mom, but my granny ain't got to do that.
You didn't really care about that.
If they can't do it,
Somebody
McGowan can get it done.
Somebody go give me my party.
Yeah.
Run me my party is what you were saying, right?
I've never not did anything with my birthday. And especially when I became an adult, everybody calls me, even when, this year, everybody came for my birthday from Atlanta. A lot of my friend, Atlanta family and my husband's friend, they were like, Tip, what you doing for your birthday? Because I know you partying. What we doing? Let's go. Especially for my 40th, but every day is a holiday. My birthday is a national holiday.
Oh, so absolutely.
I have to celebrate my birthday, and it's me. Like, I had 2 parties in Atlanta before I left.
You should have. I was so mad that I could not make it.
Where was I?
I think you were out of town or something.
You was out of town.
Yeah.
And then Geri had something because we went to the...
No, because I was literally on my way to the Cheesecake Factory. I'll tell you offline what's going on.
In the name of Jesus, yeah. Crazy.
I was so mad because I really wanted some Cheesecake Factory. Now I know, and this can be a semi-current event, I know that people got issues with the Cheesecake Factory. Can we talk about the lady? Have y'all seen that video where the lady was like, she was on a first date, she had met this guy, and she was black, and the guy was of brown descent, not sure what kind of brown, but he was of brown descent. And they were on a first date, they met on a dating app, and he came to pick her up, but she made him wait an hour because she wasn't dressed when he got there. And so the reservations that he had, they were gone, of course. And so he proceeds to take her. He proceeds with the date after she's late an hour and pulls up to the Cheesecake Factory. And sis is hot and on TikTok Live. Talking about something. I know we're not going here. Ma'am.
First of all, you better be glad you even got in my car to go anywhere at this point. Because I could have left and hooked up with somebody else real quick.
Tiffany, this lady really said, do I look like I deserve to be at the Cheesecake Factory? You don't take somebody. No, it was one of us.
Tap me in. I just got a question.
She said,
was it a skit?
Huh?
Was it a skit? Like, there's a lot of...
I don't know if it was skit or not. If it was skit, it was very bad acting, number one. But sis was on TikTok Live like, y'all, he is taking me to the Cheesecake Factory. Can y'all believe this? And this is while he's in the car. He's coming around to open her door. He's being a perfect gentleman. Coming around to open her door, and she doesn't get out. She's like, no.
It's the whole battle. It's the whole battle between the singles and the married people. Because, like, it's a lady that posted a post. It's all for married people. So she was like, all my married people, tell me where you and your spouse went on your first date, and then tell me how many years you've been married.
So that list. So there's an actual list of places single women will not go on the first date. Cheesecake Factory, Applebee's, churches on that list.
I've seen that list. I've heard about the whole cheesecake.
Yeah, it was thing. Because of the whole cheesecake thing.
Yeah, I heard the whole thing, but I didn't watch the video. I remember seeing a clip of a video of a young black woman sitting in a car.
That was her. Yeah, that was her.
But I didn't see the whole, like, she was basically saying, like, what's the problem that I was late? I told you I was going to be late. But I didn't watch any
No,
extra parts of the video.
yeah.
I didn't, so I don't know. I knew the hot
Like,
topic, right?
yeah.
Because it was
So
everywhere.
sis said she is too good to go to the Cheesecake Factory, and I was laughing because I followed this fashion stylist named Jeremiah J.R. Roberts, and he was like, "Sis, how are you gonna be mad that he's taking you to Cheesecake Factory and you got on a Shein dress?" I said,
And that's what they
No.
were saying. Like, how
"Yeah,
you gonna standardize the restaurant, but your whole outfit is from Sheen? And see, the post with the married couple was like, the first comment was, the lady was like, my first date was at the Cheesecake Factory, and me and my husband have been married for 24 years.
yeah." And so
So
And
where was
everybody
your
like,
first date? Where was
me and
your
my
first date?
So remember,
Chili's.
me and Douglas met on MySpace, and so the first time we went out, it was to the movies and Waffle House.
We went to Red Lobster. Our first date was to
Oh
Red
yeah, I was
Lobster.
fancy.
Okay.
Okay.
Unlimited bread and salad.
You know what's so funny about the Red Lobster? I remember reading, I think it was a Vibe magazine. Yes, I'm dating myself. And they did an interview with Little Kim. And I remember in this particular interview, Little Kim was like, she was talking and they were like, where do you like to go to eat? And she was like, I like to go to fancy places like Red Lobster. And today it's hilarious to me that Red Lobster was a fancy place.
Right.
That part is hilarious because you go to Red Lobster for lunch now. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
but
Speaking of, wait
back
till baby
in
daddy
the
get home.
early
I need a Red
90s,
Lobster date. I want me some
baby,
clam
okay.
chowder. I want me some clam chowder.
Listen, but yeah, she's like, I go to fancy places like Red Lobster. I was like, period. And I couldn't wait to go to Red Lobster. I was still in high school. I
I
had no
think
money.
so.
But,
Sally, I think Red Lobster is on that list too of places of first
well,
dates
we
these
Every
went
women
to
want
Red
to
chain,
go.
Lobster.
Yeah, they said no
every
chain
chain restaurant.
restaurants. You
We
got to
went to Red Lobster. We've been married 18 years.
listen.
Okay.
So they
So
literally want these men that they don't know, that have never really met them. This is the first date they met online. They want them to drop $200 to $300 on the first date because they say it's an investment.
so let's say investment into what?
What? What am I
Like,
investing in? What's your
we,
portfolio?
let me. I was about to say, Tiffany, we do research on stocks before we drop a bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we
Right.
things like. So I think that for me, I pray in the name of Jesus that I never have to go on another first date again in my life.
Listen,
Okay.
I'm not
You
even
are.
gonna pray that because I'm not ever going to go to another
No, but
first
I'm
date
saying,
ever.
I'm not
Count
even
me
at
out.
75, not even at 7.
Count
Like
me
it's just
out.
If this don't
me
work,
and
it's
Chris
me and
never
Jesus
part. You
strictly
know.
from here.
Listen, I literally told baby daddy that. Like when after we got married, I said, "This don't work. I'm done."
I'm done. Send me to the where the nuns are, because that's where I'm living.
I'm
No,
gonna
I
I'm
ain't
say
got
not.
time.
So now I would say that, but back then, that's where the whole tendencies came from. That's where that conversation came from because I'm just like I just yeah. Okay. Burr, 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 burr. Like that's where that came from because I'm not like no dog. Like if it don't
but
work, if you
seriously,
pass away, I'm just the church
see,
gonna be
but
mad at me. That's all I'm
I,
saying. Back
I'm
then,
just
now I
so
have a better understanding of what I'm doing, right? But back then,
much better.
back then I was just like, yeah, I would be for the streets a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit,
A little bit.
a
But
little
I
bit
think that you should go on a first date that
to
will
gather
help to
information.
show you your potential partner's personality because they could be mad cool as a friend. Like you could go
Mm-hmm.
on a date with somebody
Mm-hmm.
and there may not be any romantic connection, right?
Right.
But you in this $500 plate restaurant with dim lights, what you gonna find out about a person? Because y'all gonna be whispering over the table. Like, what are you really going to find out about this person?
Not even
Besides, where
that.
they work,
Like
do
I
they
love
have children?
right. Like not even that. I love my friends. But there are only very, and I mean very rare occasions where I would drop $200 for them, just in a random day, right? Because I love Tikisha, and if it was a special occasion, I got my girl, right? No doubt. But just on a random Tuesday or a random Friday, I don't know if I'm gonna drop $2, $3, $500 for her. Now, for us together, if we're going out to eat somewhere, if it's an experience, that's one thing, right? But
Okay.
like, if I
Okay.
just got to know you, like
No.
say, like the day after church where you trying to run from me, can you imagine us spending $500 together? No.
No, we would have went to Burger King and sat in a parking lot.
Right.
Seriously, have it your way.
And as a matter of fact, I want you to sit in your car and eat your Whopper, and I'm gonna sit in my car, and we can roll down the window.
Can we run it back for DCBG and tell the friendship story of how we became this close? Because, child, you had me out in that parking lot, and it was hot. Because it was doing spring/summer here in Atlanta. Y'all, so I know we got a lot of new people that are like, who are y'all? Hey, y'all. I know y'all are like, well, who are y'all? What are y'all about? I know about the challenge, but I don't really know who y'all are. So, I am Geri Alicia. Matter of fact, welcome to the podcast. We haven't said that yet.
That was our FaceTime conversation where we just start rambling when we get on the phone.
Yes.
So welcome to the conversation.
Welcome to your new favorite international podcast, Dear Christian Black Girl. This is basically where the sisters get together and we have a FaceTime call in a really interesting way. We talk about all the things. It can be sex, marriage, business, family, food. Just everything, right? So this
With
is
God in the center.
Yes, absolutely. This is, if you can't tell by the title of the podcast, this is a God-centered podcast. However, it's not one of those cheesy like Christian podcasts where you like, I could have just got that on Sunday morning. We're not doing that. We're not coming to preach to you. We go like last week. If you haven't seen it, I said "ho" 4 times. So this is not that.
And
right?
we on probably 3 this episode.
So I'm just saying. Now I do want to give a disclaimer. That is probably the only spicy word you will ever hear from me because I naturally don't use spicy words. Tikisha doesn't use spicy words other than the N word, and she got to be in a certain mood to use that word. It is like if y'all ever catch it.
So first of all, they're about to cancel.
Catch it, it's the most hilarious thing in the world because like 2 seconds later, she's like, "God, I'm sorry."
I have to repent because I know that
comes out to me. Well, look, let me tell y'all. If it comes to the brain,
it's gonna come out of my mouth.
It may come out of my mouth. So just pray for your girl because I'm still in process.
It just happens, but. Let me tell you something. I'm going to go back real quick to the conversation we were having before the intro.
Okay. That was your intro. Hey, y'all.
Because I want to talk to my single ladies, okay? Yeah. I really do because this whole thing about where you will and won't go on a first date. I get maybe you don't want to go to church with somebody on a first date. I ain't mad at you, baby. I need to figure out who you are before I go.
But then they put coffee shops on there. Like, they're not going to a coffee shop on the first date?
That any date, right? If a man, right, if a man invites you out and he's intentional and he's not just like, I don't know, where you want to go, he's intentional, whether it's a coffee date, whether it's a lunch date, a dinner date. As a married woman today, I would highly recommend doing something during the day, like a coffee date, like a lunch date, something during the day where you guys can really talk because nighttime brings on a whole different kind of expectation.
Nighttime brings on expectations and feelings and a whole bunch of other stuff.
But it brings on an expectation, right? So during the day, if you went out with a guy for coffee, you're going to look cute because it is still a date, but you are not, most women, going to be in full glam. You know what I'm saying? The cleavage ain't going to be out. You're not going to think that you need to dress in a certain way because nighttime brings on a different, connotation. But if you're going out with somebody for coffee or for lunch, you are usually the around the way girl when you go for coffee and for lunch, even with lashes. You are typically more toned down, more relaxed, more willing to engage in conversation. Yeah. And it can be more authentic. So to my single ladies, go on a coffee date and don't go. I'm not saying that chains are out, but go to a local coffee spot. You know what I'm saying? Like something that is known in your community. So don't go to the big chains. Go somewhere that's local where you can support a local business, where you can just have a good time, talk, get to know each other, because coffee houses usually don't have a limit on how long you can be there. And if the connection is good, y'all will probably spend hours in there just talking, getting to know each other, and then you plan the dinner date, because now both of you have made an investment of your time.
Right.
And now you're able to see, is this somebody that I really want to hang out with? Is this somebody who I think, yo, he would be not for me, but he is for my sister. And I think that they would hit it. Like, you get to know somebody a little better under sunlight. You know what I mean? Like, y'all can have a different conversation and different expectations during the day versus during the night. And so, to my single ladies, take it from your girl.
Oh, my bad.
Go on a coffee date, go on a breakfast date. And I even say, like, go on a date that doesn't require a lot of food. Get some coffee.
Go do something fun.
Right. And then, because that day can turn into a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, I mean, they were already together, but do y'all remember the couple back a few years ago who literally got engaged and married all in the same day? And it was like the most epic thing that had ever hit social media. I have to remember the couple's name, but literally, they were up, like, he had the whole day recorded from her end, his end, and they got engaged, engagement party, bam, wedding, and she had no idea that this was all going down, and it was the most epic thing ever. And so when I say that, it's like, start your day early, go have a coffee, less food the better, because you can just talk, you can get to know each other without the fumbling of, can I get you anything else, ma'am? Thank you, but un momento, por favor. I'm trying to see what's on his bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
trying to see what's on his bloodline. That so for our Christian girls, like,
yes,
you definitely want to see what's on his bloodline, but don't make it weird.
Don't
make it weird.
Do not start the conversation like, so, did your grandmother ever engaged in witchcraft? No, Christian ladies, these are the things that the Holy Spirit will reveal to you. And your date or whoever he is will reveal some things to you as well. But you got to keep it cute. Don't go in there, speaking in tongues and find out where he stands. Of course, like, is he for God? Is he against God? Those are conversations you can have as you get weird.
I can give a tip on that.
Yes.
So
Tiffany with the tips.
You don't have to
That's a segment.
over spiritualize it. You can just be observant. Like, when me and my husband was dating and he would take me over to, like, his family house and stuff, I would find me a place in the somewhere in the room where I could just see all, and I would just watch how people move. After you've been around them for like 1 or 2 times, they'll start really just showing their true colors. Well, my husband's family, they really didn't kind of put on that, like, oh, how you doing? Like, no, they were just.
You ain't gonna get that with my family either.
So you could pay attention. You just have to pay attention. Don't be so. Not saying like be googly eyed with him, but just pay attention to what's going around, and then and know that he's watching and observant when he's around your family, because then that's how you will see what's really going on, because the things will start to pop out, like, oh. Uncle Shaw got a whole lot of drama going on over there. Because there were times where I would go and be sitting on the couch because it was one uncle, all his baby mamas felt like they wanted to come and make their debut because somebody was the one at the barbecue and the other 2 or 3 may not have been. And so they wanted to pull up and cut up. So I'd be like, and because I've been the stationary
one. You can't hide nothing on your face, Tiffany. So I know you was like,
oh, they'd be like, Tiffany, what's going on? I'll be like, well, they in the kitchen, girl.
Let me go get something to drink.
Yeah, and my husband be like, what was that all about, honey? So and so over here, they don't like it, and here she come. And I said, well, here come the other one pulling up. Everybody want to drop their kids off. So you just have to pay attention to what's going on. But I would say this: if you have a man that is desiring to date you, that's a blessing. Because in this microwave Pop-Tart relationship type society we have right now, it's like if he chooses to say, hey, I want to date you, and understand that men have the privilege
Mhm.
as well to know your worth, to see if you're worthy to be in their lives.
Yes.
They
Can
have
we
a
talk
heart to
about that?
protect as well. Like, don't
Pause
think,
on that.
yeah,
Men, yes,
they
ladies,
do.
you are a prize. You are a gift from God, but
Yes,
so are my sons.
he is.
Okay?
Exactly.
Right,
All
So
three of mine.
absolutely.
you better
All
And
three
I
recognize
of
think
mine.
that's something we have to understand because in Christian culture, we are taught so much that we are the prize, we are the prize, we are the prize, that we
we are.
forget that God loves his sons. Like,
He made him first.
yeah,
He
God
Not
loves
made him
his
only,
first.
sons. Let's not
but
get
not
it
only
twisted.
do he love his sons, but look at the mandate that God, the weight that God puts on a husband.
Yeah.
You are
Yes.
going to love your wife
As
like my
Christ
son
loved
Jesus
the
Christ
church.
loves the church,
And
forgiving,
gave
loving, a
himself.
leader, and gave himself up for her, right?
Yes.
There is a whole, so when you get a son of God, you have to know that you have now gotten the creme de la creme. But when you
Yeah.
are dating, if I can tell our ladies anything, dear Christian Black girl, date the man.
Date
Do
the
Date
man.
him.
not do not scare him off with the Lord told me I was your husband. Shut your mouth. You were my husband. Stop. Here's the thing. If the Lord revealed that to you, you take that into prayer and you
Yes.
ask the Lord if he is not prepared. You've showed me him, but the Lord could be showing you that, and that's 5 years down the line. Y'all gonna go y'all separate ways. The Lord gonna grow him up or do some things in him, and the same with you. Shut your mouth.
Let
If
me
God
say
hasn't
this real
revealed it
quick.
to him,
Let me say this real quick. Stop. Get out that man's inbox talking about something the Lord said. Please and thank you. Get out their inbox because you don't like it when they're in your inbox, but you're doing it to somebody else. Stop
so
it.
stop.
Stop
Stop it.
it.
But just date the man. Get
Just
to
date
know
him.
him. Find out what he like, what he don't like. Just chill. Be if I can tell our dear Christian Black girls anything that are single, you desire to be married, just get to know him with no strings attached. Do
Right.
not get to know him on the level of he could be my husband, he man. Just get to know the man. Like one of the
Yeah.
things I remember our youngest son, Chris, he was telling me about this girl that he really liked, right? And this is high school, like freshman year. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So this is
Oh,
some
that
years ago.
seems so long
It
ago.
does, doesn't it? And so he's
Oh,
telling me about this girl, and he's like, she's pretty, she's this, but he couldn't date at the time. Right. He knew there was requirements and things. So he's like, but Ma, I don't understand why I can't date until I'm 30. You know, he ain't get it, but yeah, mind your business. So I'm telling him, so instead of me,
wait,
I,
30.
you're not finna
Holy
just skate
Spirit,
past like you said. My nephew couldn't
30.
date till he was 30.
30. He a grown man by then.
exactly. You see my point.
No.
But he ain't got no practice.
That's my
The
point.
weirdest thing in the world is a 30-year-old man that has never experienced any woman. He is so weird. He is weird.
So here's where I'm gonna back it up with scripture, because the Bible says that the Holy Spirit will teach us everything we need to know.
You know
So,
what?
bam. So listen, let me tell you about his little story. So this is to my single Christian ladies, okay? So I had to use wisdom, and this is why, as Tiffany was saying, just be watchful. The Lord
Yeah.
will reveal.
Yeah.
So in this moment, I want to be like, we said, but here's how the Holy Spirit checked me and helped me. And I was like, oh, you really like her? He was like, yes, Mom, she's so pretty. And I was like, what's her name? And let's say he said Renee, right? He's like, Renee. And I'm like, oh, that's so good. I was like, oh, what's Renee's favorite subject? I don't know. I was like, oh, that's cool. You know, I was like, oh, what's Renee's last name? Does she live near us? I don't know. I was like, oh, okay. What's Renee's favorite color? And he was like, you know what, Ma? I don't even know. And he looks at me and he goes, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. And I was like, what? He was like, because you always tell us, don't rush into dating, get to know people as a friend.
Yeah.
Baby, not even a few weeks later, he comes back. Now, this girl is all, y'all know Chris. Y'all seen Chris. Y'all know what he looked like, right? So she's the, oh, your eyes so cute. You so cute. Now she want to date Chris. She's all excited about Chris. And they are in class. And she forgets that he's in class and is flirting with another boy.
Mm.
Now he tells me this. She realizes, oh, snap, and looks back. And he was like, and she was like, oh, no, it wasn't like that. He was like, no, it's good. And he said after that, he's like, I realized she was cool as a friend, but no girl who likes me would disrespect me like that. And I'm
Oh,
like,
she a bopper.
you get it. Get to know somebody because you may like them on surface, and jump into a relationship and realize, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Like
whoa,
this ain't
whoa.
what I wanted.
This ain't what I
And
signed up
that's a
for.
lot of what's
Yeah,
happening now.
it
Cause
And that's
they
why
is.
I
aren't
say to
like single
Christian
women
sisters,
married. I mean, single women, whether Christian or not, they're not getting to know these dudes, and so they get into full blown relationships by date two.
don't, all I can say, I'm going to tell you this. Do not mix your money. Do not mix your body. Do not mix your house. Do not mix your money. Do not mix your body. Do not mix your house.
One more
Do
time.
not mix your money. Do not mix your body. Do not mix your house.
You heard it
Okay?
here first.
Keep it separate. When I say keep it separate, I mean keep your money, your body, and your house separate. If you all decide to come together in marriage, that's when the two will become one. Before that, don't mix your money, don't mix your body, don't mix your house. Trust me on this. It will save so many men and women heartache, because when you have to go and divvy up some things, and I bought this and I bought that and I did this, and the feelings, because you all now have been intimate, have come into play, baby, you're in a world of trouble. Don't mix your body,
Listen,
don't mix your money, don't mix your house. Just don't. Just keep it separate. And don't think you know him because you see him on TikTok and Instagram. Child, no.
At this point,
No.
why are we going from 2023 to 2024 still acting like we know everybody's life story because of social media?
You
It
don't
I
has
know
been
what.
forgot.
so
It's an
many things
actual
played
term.
out
It's an actual
that
term for that, and I forgot what it's called.
Don't.
like we already know that people be faking it till they make it online.
And some of
So
them
it's
don't ever
not
make it, and they still be
some of
faking it.
some of them
Remember
don't
El
ever
Bundy?
make it.
Remember El Bundy? He was married with children. Literally, that was the name of the show. And the only thing he had to revel on is his glory days as a high school football player. Listen, I am all for my brothers coming up. I'm all for my sisters coming up. We all don't come out the womb with it.
Right.
Yes, make it. And if there is somebody that you are building with, build with them. You know what I'm saying? But somebody who keeps saying, I coulda, shoulda, woulda, and maybe one day, you go get it together.
That's procrastination talk.
Yeah, but I don't mind building. I remember, I know that one of the ladies who is a marriage coach, she was saying how happy she was that her son, their oldest son, met his wife. They just got married over the summer. She was so happy that they met each other when they had nothing, so that they
Yeah.
could build together, right?
Yeah.
And I love the beauty of that. But in this day and age where so many are entrepreneurs, they can make their own, just be mindful of what you are mixing and mingling. Don't mix your money, don't mix your body, don't mix your house. I don't care if he falls on hard time or she falls on hard times. No, you can't move into my house. If they needed help because they needed tires and maybe they were paychecks, make it a gift. Do not make it alone. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Just be very mindful of those things, because I'm telling you, it causes more heartache than anything. But I will say to our Christian sisters who are desiring to be married, just get to know the man with no
Take
strings.
the pressure off. Like
Yeah.
y'all got a lot of
You.
pressure for these like first
Too much.
dates or people that you're
Too
not
much.
engaged to or married to. Like take the pressure
And
off.
then get mad. Oh, he was talking to somebody else. You're not in a relationship with him. When you guys decide to make it official, right? And it's me and you, fine. Dating means that there may be other people. But I just
Right.
need to know, if we are dating, if you are sleeping with other people, you don't have to tell me you are, but this may not be something I want to engage in. You know what I'm saying? Because you are giving yourself away intimately to somebody else. And I prefer not to be a part of that
I
conversation.
gave a disclaimer when I was dating after my first marriage. So the guys that I would date, I would let them know, because we're in a small town, a small area. So you liable may come into a restaurant or a place, where we eating or the mall, and you may see me walking with somebody else. And I would let them know, disclaimer, I am dating. So I am not your girlfriend. You are not my boyfriend. And so we're not going to do that, cutting up. But no, if you cut up, I'm gonna cut up too, and you gonna get embarrassed. So don't do that for yourself. If you value your life,
No, give you look. We
maintain.
need to
That
drop that
girl
right there.
said
Who
if
You,
you
told you?
you
value
look.
your life. Tiffany.
No,
because I'm not I did because I was and Michael was in that second, he was in that circle. I was dating Michael. I may have been dating a Chris. I may have been dating another Michael. I mean, and I
not
told them
another
we're
Mike
not,
Not another Michael.
all Michaels ain't the same. So we gotta try
at
them
all.
out.
That now that is true on
That
so
is true.
many
But I
levels. It's
just
very true. All Michaels
just
are
get
not the
to know
same.
them.
He just made the
Enjoy the ride.
cut.
Yeah, enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you both find that you are serious about each other and it's just me and you. I'm dating myself, but that was a song back in the day.
Ooh,
Um,
baby.
eh,
Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry about a thing. Just me and you.
if y'all decide it's
Tony,
just
Tony,
Tony,
Tony.
Tony, Tone. If y'all decide it's just me and you, then be honest. Make it
Yeah.
official. If you were seeing other people, make sure they know this is where the buck stops. I'm in a relationship now. But even though you're in a relationship, sis, come here. Come here. Don't mix your body. Don't mix your money. Don't mix your house. Still
Until he
keep
put a ring on it and lets you know that he wants you forever.
still keep it separate.
Don't
And
mix
don't
your
let
body
anybody
until after you say I do.
after you say, baby,
Mm-hmm.
when I tell you, you will. Whew,
Listen,
if we can tell you, the three
I
of us,
had
man,
a church
listen.
requirement. Like you had, if you was dating me, you had to go to a Sunday service. That was a requirement.
and you
You
will
had
find that
to go
out
to
during the
Sunday
dating phase,
service.
right?
Yeah.
Is he a lover of the Lord? Does
Yeah,
he
you had
read
to go to
his
church with
Bible?
me.
Or is he the one that says, oh, I was raised in a church,
Oh
but are
gosh.
you
Not
growing in the church?
But are
Like, you know
you
what I'm saying?
active
You've been
in church?
raised,
Do
but
you
are
do
you
you
active?
love
And you
Jesus, or are you mixing stuff in all your religions? Like, do you do sage over here and Jesus over here and crystals over here and Holy Spirit sometimes? Like we that stuff, but don't ask that on the first date. Like if I
you
can,
gonna find it out.
yes.
That's
And you
confusion. Because I would be, you know what? It's like, how would you know which God to pray to in a certain situation? Because I would be
So, but it's
confused.
a thing though.
it's for the
It's a
I'd
conference
be
thing.
call,
so
Tiff.
confused.
Tiff, it's called a conference call. Whoever answers.
Oh, well, I guess that's what it is. 'Cause I'd be like, wait a
That's,
minute, wait a minute.
that's what I
Hold
see
on.
in my mind. Like as you were saying it, like I just see them throwing it up in the air. Whichever one answers. But
Because I'd be like,
here as a
who am I
Christian
rubbing
black
my feet
girl,
with? Am
you
I
have
rubbing
to
it?
say, "May the God that answers by fire."
Yes, be
Yes.
God.
That's the one you want.
But
And he gonna
Okay.
again,
answer
I
you.
say, do not do this on the first date because he's going to think you're
No,
absolutely insane.
chill. Ask them, do you like
But
flavor in your
and the
feed?
reason
Do you
I
like
keep
sugar in your
reiterating that is
coffee?
because a lot of Christian girls who, especially who those of us that have grown up in church all our lives, we have this one track where we only know one thing. And so if you're trying to date somebody that may have not been in church all of his life, but he's in church now, since you gotta know how to play the game. Like you gotta know how to keep it cute. Like you're gonna find out all his generational stuff.
Do not.
You don't even need to know all the generational stuff on date one. Like I know you want to get married. I know you want to have kids. I know you think he fine. I know he got the muscles. He may have a goatee or beard or whatever you into. I know he got all of that. But sis, just enjoy the date.
Enjoy this. You know what? Tiffany Montgomery said, let me say this real quick. She said before she was engaged, she said, like, when people will ask her, well, how do you know who to date? What do you ask them? Things like that. She's like, this is what I ask people. Are you in a relationship? Does anybody think they're in a relationship with you? Do you have any intentions of being with somebody of the same sex? And I would crack up
I
every
mean,
time she
That's
would
true.
those are your entrance questions.
That's
those
You
are,
don't
and you can
yeah.
ask that on the first date.
you
I would
don't
ask, are
need
you
like
in a
you
relationship?
don't need to be
Does
asking him
anybody
if he's
think they're in a
speaking tongues
relationship
on
with
a first date, ma'am.
no, just are you in a relationship? If they say no, okay. Does anybody think they're in a relationship with you? Because that's a whole other question.
That's yeah, that's
And
And I would
you want
add,
to be
like,
with
ask the intention of marriage. Like, not saying that I'm not saying that I want to marry you today, but do you have the intention? Is marriage part of your plan?
I would
Because
probably ask that on a
sometimes,
second
yeah.
date.
I wouldn't do
yeah,
that
I
on the
mean,
first
but
date.
no, we don't have to answer, but it should be a question.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
And
absolutely,
I've seen a
absolutely.
lot of women get
absolutely.
into these they're dating, and then it's like they get to a place to where they're like, oh well, I don't know if he wants to get married, and then you have a heart to want to get married because that's your end goal. And he like, no, I'm out here just, just trying to
Just
be what
kicking
it
it.
is. You know what I'm saying? So at
LP.
some
Yeah,
point, you can ask, like, is
like
marriage
add
and
them
having
questions in
children part of your
gradually.
equation?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so come here, sis. Come here. So listen, if that man tell you that he don't want to get married, stop trying to make it work.
It
Exactly.
Stop.
won't work.
To the
And
left,
go
to the
your
left.
way. And do not think because you have been in a relationship, oh, it's been year one, year two, year three, year five, that he's going to change his mind. If he said that marriage is not from him for him, say, I love you, but I got to go because my end goal is marriage. And I do not want to waste my baby making years with somebody who doesn't want the same things. And that's okay. And I
Listen.
think as Christian men and Christian women, be willing to pivot. It is
Yeah.
okay to pivot. It is okay if you've been in a relationship with this person for a year and you decide, you know what, we you know what,
It's
it
just
was
not gonna
good,
work out. And
but it's
that's
not, we don't
okay.
want the same things. Be honest enough to say, because the worst thing you can do is spend many, many years and keep thinking that he or she is going to change.
And then get mad and say, I gave you everything. Sis, honestly, that's on you.
Keyword, you gave.
Yeah.
That's on
Keyword,
you.
you
If
gave.
you know you desire children and he says, no, I don't want kids, or he may already have kids and don't want no more, sis, get up and go.
Get up and go. And if you are the type of woman who says, I don't want children, do not get with a man who desires to have children and a family
Right.
because you're
Or
going to be
if you
resentful.
or if you've already had children, because yes, some of us have didn't come into this life being
Yes.
Christians
Yeah,
from
yeah,
out
yeah.
the gate. So
Yeah.
even if you have a child or you may have children, don't get into a relationship with somebody assuming that, oh, well, my kids are enough, because that's not the case.
That is not the
One
case.
thing that I loved about my husband was people would say, well, you got 3 sons, y'all want some more kids? Like,
Yes, we
when we
do.
would say we want children, and we were like, yeah. And I'm like, you sure? Like, he already got 3. And I'm like, my husband would speak up for me and like, those are, not saying that they're not hers, but I'm not gonna just put my kids on her like, oh, this is it. This is all I can do is these 3 right here. And to not allow her to experience being pregnant and us having a
Be
child. He was
honest.
like,
Yeah.
no, I want my baby to have a baby.
That's it.
That matters to me. And so I was like, oh well, and
It
it was
matters.
early in the game where I was like, kids, ooh, I ain't trying to have no children. I'm living my best life.
Tiffany.
These
Now
kids
Tiffany
go
picking out
home.
nursery patterns and
Tiffany
Yeah,
said these
now
kids go
they do go
home.
home. They come over here for the weekend. Okay, bye bye.
good to see you, little Ray J.
Okay, here you
Tell
go,
your mommy that
girl.
we said hey.
Yes, I wasn't even in full stepmom mode at that time. But when he said that, I was like, oh wow,
Yeah.
like you really, it showed me my husband's heart.
Hmm.
Outside of the shell, because it's a lot of layers to Michael. But
He's like a
Now
blooming onion. He's
that's a
like
good
an
prayer
onion.
he
too.
is,
That is
he
a
is,
good prayer. Christian girls, ask the Lord, show me his heart.
yeah,
That's a
Show me his
oh
heart.
yes.
That's a good prayer. Show me his
And
heart.
so
yeah.
so
He
so
could be a great
more first date.
friend.
So let's do first date do's and don'ts. Do not
Ooh,
go into
do
full
not,
blown tongues on the first date.
Do
please
not
don't.
show up dressed like
Like you
somebody
going
from
to a
Jehovah
cold.
Witness, the convention. Do not come in there dressed like you going to convention with tracts and a Bible in your hand, like you finna throw the oil on the man. Come and just be a human being. You are a
Listen,
woman, and don't show up like you the good thing, because he made Adam knew that Eve was his woman. He
that's what
Come
the
knew.
word says.
on.
He knew when he looked at her. He said, "Whoa, yeah, you didn't go
Why?
bring."
Because God presented her to him.
Yes.
Yeah,
Allow the Lord to
but he
present.
was naming all the other animals, so he was trying to see, okay, is this dog your companion? Is this fish your companion? Is this person in your, you naming them? And he like, nah, God, this ain't it. I don't know. But this a dog, that's a cat, but no, this ain't it. But when he seen his wife, he was like,
That's it right there. That's all me,
right
God.
there, that's
That's
it.
all me.
Yeah,
It was the
and
presentation.
know that. And the one thing that I love about being raised with men, because my daddy and my uncles raised me. So, but being around them, one thing I know about them and I learned from them, a man, and I've heard my husband say it. He said, when we look at you, we already know that you're our wife.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's just a
So
process of going up into
statistically,
that. They
men
already
know within the
know.
first 3 months if they want to marry you or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
already know.
So if you're
That's
on year 6 and he's still like, I don't know, sis, I'm need for you to get out of that.
Yeah.
And it could be the maturity, right? It
Yeah.
could be that both of you need to mature.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
with the do's and don'ts, listen, if you belong to the Lord, you anoint yourself at home and you pray at home before going on this date because
Right.
the Lord will reveal some things to you. Go and have fun on this date. He ain't your husband, but go have coffee, right?
Hmm.
He's a good dude. Go have
Yeah.
coffee, right? Anoint yourself at home and just be relaxed. Do be relaxed, right? Do get your best playlist, get dressed, have a good time by yourself. So full of energy, full of life, get rest the night before. You know what I mean? Text somebody, let them know where you're going, and just be prepared to have a good time. Just
Yeah.
take the pressure off of yourself and just live. Just enjoy and put your phone down. Everything does not have to be recorded. We do not need to see your scone on social media just to know you. Just put your phone away. Like, give your undivided attention to the conversation
Yeah.
and to the date, because that shows that you're intentional. Whether it goes anywhere or not, the impression you leave on people is
Right.
what is important, right?
Hmm.
So put your phone away, carry a cute little crossbody so you're not fumbling with your big Louis or Goyard bag. Just relax, just be chill, have a good time, and enjoy yourself.
Be
That's what I
cute
would
and
say.
have fun.
Yeah.
Do enjoy yourself. And if that man by any chance is disrespectful in the way he talks to you when you come up, and don't, a red flag to me is not if he doesn't pull out your chair for you. He may not know to do that.
Right.
Okay.
Because every
There are
boy
some
was not
people who
taught
have
that.
not been
Right.
taught. So do not
No.
think because he didn't pull out your chair or didn't stand when you entered the coffee shop, if he was there before you, that is a red flag. It is not. Some people were not taught. Just go in, have a good time, and enjoy yourself. The real red flags, they gonna make themselves known. But if he is disrespectful to you any way, shape, or form, you can kind of say, "It was so great meeting you, but I'm gonna have to go," and exit
Yeah.
stage left. Don't sit there thinking, "Oh, we can work this out because he cute, he got money, I saw his car." No,
And
don't
stop
do
It's
being
a guy on
seduced by the
Facebook doing
money.
that. It's a guy. It's a couple of guys on Facebook that are doing that. They're going to Houston. They're in Atlanta, and they may walk up on a girl and say, "Hey, how you doing? You just, I'm just, you look nice, and I just wanted to come and talk to you, and get your name, and just, hey, you want to just go around the corner and have a little lunch or something like that?" And she'll be like, "Nah, I got a man." And so then he'd be like, "Oh, okay, well, don't disrespect." And he walked off, and he'll boop boop, and he may be getting in like a Ferrari or something, and she'll hear the motor going.
Because one thing about Atlanta women, one thing I
Hold on,
noticed,
hold on.
Atlanta women, they know what car you have by the alarm sound.
Mm-hmm.
wait.
Because
What?
like high end cars, they have a specific sound when you lock and unlock it, and so women that look for that, they know that.
You have so as you said, don't be seduced by the money because
Don't
here's
be
the thing.
Mm-hmm.
seduced.
You can now, but back in the day, luxury car rentals were only for the elite, right? You would
Right.
have to go to the Enterprise and go in and get the Toyota Camry. But now you can rent
Hmm.
high end cars
Hmm.
easily. You can rent high end cars. Like Jerry said, do not be seduced by the money because here's the thing. Come close, sis. Even if the car is his, and even if he has a lot of money, doesn't mean that he's going to be generous with you.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And one thing I
Exactly.
think we need to understand is you're not entitled to it, baby.
You're
You are
not.
not entitled to it.
That
Just
man
because
may
he
have worked
has a
hard for
lot of
his money,
listen,
however he worked.
listen, he may rock red bottoms and he may wear classic Jordans, but he may buy you a dress from Shein. Okay. Just because he has it doesn't mean that he's going to be generous with you. I pray for all of our Christian.
Hey, Seven.
Hey, Seven. We pray over our Christian black girls and our Christian brothers that the Lord will send you a man or woman that is generous, that they are generous in spirit, that they are with their words, with their time, with their money, with their gifts and their talents, that they are generous to you, right? And so that you don't have to try to manipulate the situation to get anything, because that's not what this is about. And
It's
just
Yes.
not, because if you start your relationship off with gimme, 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 and manipulation and no reciprocity, and it's all one sided, that then when it doesn't go, when something really happens and you want them to show up, they're gonna be like, "What you mean? Like, what does that look like?" Because it seemed like to me our relationship's been, I scratch your back, you scratch mine, or I
Mm-hmm.
give, if I can't, you won't, I take, then it's your turn to take. We don't have any type of stock in our relationship. We don't have no foundation
Yeah.
in our relationship because we're too busy. You came in it like, okay, all I got to do is buy you. All I got to do is just, oh, okay, you don't want to go to Cheesecake Factory? Okay, let me go to Roof Chris. And then when I go to Roof Chris, then give me what's owed to me for me taking you to Roof Chris.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
there's no, what I'm saying? Me and my husband's first meal, which was not really healthy, but it was what he had
I
and
remember
what he
this
cooked for
story.
me. My husband made me a red baron pizza. We had some barbecue chips, and he sauteed me some shrimp because I love shrimp. And we had a soda, and that was our first meal. So that's the first meal. Well, the shrimp. That was the first time that he ever cooked for me. And hey, we was in the projects. He was staying at home with his mom at the time.
But he
Hey, he
was
was out here
generous with what
hustling.
he
Yeah,
had.
but
But
he
he
was
was
like, "Look, this is what I got."
intentional
Yeah,
about
he was like,
you.
he said, "I want to do something special for you," and that was special because I had been married before, and I had a husband that he felt like, I don't know, we got to go to Nashville, we got to do this, but it wasn't about me. It was about to show everybody else what I can do. But the whole time we struggling. We
Yeah.
how we at this fancy restaurant because you trying to show off because your friends are here that live at home with their mama and only got a water bill, and we walking around here trying to figure out how we gonna pay our rent, but you trying to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I'm
And the
saying?
Joneses
So
don't have the
when
responsibilities you do.
exact. And when it was me and Michael, my husband now, I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Because he was like, hey, this is what I got. I'm out here trapping. Yeah, my husband sold drugs, so it was just like, oh,
Well,
okay. But he
Tiffany,
take time.
previous episodes, we find out that you liked a certain kind of guy. Okay,
I
you
did.
did,
Well, no, because see,
but
once that church boy, see, I
Period.
was telling y'all last week,
Look,
I got bamboozled because I felt like, wait a minute,
Tiffany went from one extreme to another.
hold on,
She was like, the
what
church
is
boy
going
didn't
on?
work out, so let me see what these dope boys about. Let me see what they about real
Yeah,
quick.
I dated military guys because I was close to a military base. So I was like, met the military guys, and I was like, because if something happened, I become your girlfriend and we get married and you go overseas, you gone for 2 years. I ain't got time for that. To be worried about whether or not you coming home, or you coming home, are you coming home whole? Are you coming home mentally whole? Are you come home in a box? You come home disabled. I ain't got time for that. That ain't my life. That ain't my calling. So I didn't
but
pursue
shout
the
out to our
military guys.
military wives. We
Yes,
salute
thank
you
you for
because
your
you're
service.
Yes,
amazing.
shout out to the
But
military
it takes
wives.
a
Y'all are
special kind of
freaking
woman to
amazing.
walk in
It
those
takes a
boots.
special anointing to be a military wife. I don't care what
Yes,
nobody
it
say.
does. It
Oh,
does.
because I couldn't. I just
Tiffany
My
said, I
uncle
just
and
don't have
aunt
the anointing.
have been married for 30 years. And my uncle retired probably 2 years ago as a colonel of
oh
the U.S.
wow.
Army.
Okay.
And
Praise
he's
the
in
Lord.
San Antonio. And when I say yes, it takes a whole calling, but Tiffany was not called to that ministry. I seen my mama, but she came at the tail end. She came at the retired end when it came with my bonus dad. But I seen my aunt and uncle when they were married, both of them were in the military. So I've been around a lot of military people to see how their relationship go. And I just knew, no, this ain't my
That ain't
ministry.
it.
I want my husband at home. And so me and Mike started to be friends. We were friends first
Oh, that's
before
good.
anything. So we had a friendship, we would just chop it up, like literally like dudes. Like, what's going on with your baby mama? Like, why she coming up here at the job cutting up like that? Like, what's going on? Like, that's the type of relationship we had.
Oh, y'all was
And
homies for real.
yeah, we were homies, you know what I'm saying? So, and it was just like, what's going on, bro? Like, we chopping it up like that. I was out there when we would go on break. I'm hanging out, with the fellas because during that time I was more connected to the guys and the girls because they had too much going on. I ain't got time for all that housewife type foolishness. I ain't got time for that. Mm-mm. That ain't for me.
Tiffany,
I don't have
what are
time.
we gonna do
I
with
don't
you?
have time. I don't. All that. It's just too much for me. I just can't do it. Y'all knew how long it took me to connect with y'all. So,
We're not gonna talk about that. I'm still mad about that. We're not gonna talk
But we're
about
here.
that.
We're
But we're
here.
here now.
we here. And
Because
I
Tiffany didn't want
appreciate
to
it.
talk to me for real. I feel some type of way.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
But
be
get to know.
friends.
Be
Yeah, and
friends.
have
Yeah,
a time
have
because we had a good
fun.
time. We had a good time. We just laughed, we joked, and even if that was his life, he didn't bring that life around me. And but then when we
Good.
did get serious, there was a time that I had to let him know that's not for me. I know that you had, my husband, of course, he has 3 baby mamas. He was the one that I was like, like I don't want to deal with no person like you got 3 baby mama and 3 kids and he so me, but God was like, no, you have to get to know other people. And like I said earlier, I got to know his heart. And so I was like, oh, well, you are, what I'm saying? You are a good guy. You are this, but I had to let him know what my standards were.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
not that trap queen. Cause baby, if they run in here and you got something in here, I'm snitching, you going to jail. And I'll bring you some whites. I'll bring you some whites, throw a little couple of change on your books and be like, I holla, because that's just it, But I'm not gonna go to jail.
So, question: I got a random question for you, Tiffany, because you're the expert matter in this subject. If he would have went to jail, will you have waited for him?
No, Lord, not in the beginning. No, Lord, I'm gone, baby. I'm 23, 22 years old. I got life to live. I holla.
Oh God!
I'm gonna call your mama. And let her know you down here, okay?
Do you know this reminds me of my favorite episode of Cops? If y'all ever look up, I promise you, if y'all ever look up, go on YouTube and just type in Rochelle Cops episode.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna look at that.
And she snitches. So Rochelle calls the cops on her boyfriend, her live-in boyfriend. That's why I say don't mix your house, right? Her live-in boyfriend. It was like, yo, he got a gun in there. It's under here. Baby, she was snitching. She was singing like a bird. And he was like, Rochelle, you know that ain't my gun. You know that ain't my gun, Rochelle. Rochelle, why would you tell them that? Rochelle. Tiffany. Rochelle, can you call my mama?
I'm definitely gonna call her.
I'm gonna do you that courtesy.
That whole scenario, when y'all watch that episode of Cops, y'all are gonna remember Tiffany say it.
I'm watching.
I'm snitching and I'll call your mama. And literally, that's what Rochelle. They was like, well, what's his real name? And she was like, I don't know, because I think he lied. Baby, you got kids and he living in your house. He trapping and he got guns in here. And you don't know his real name. This is why
I knew Michael's whole government.
No, what I'm saying. This is why we're telling our sisters. Go on a date.
No, I'm not. But I wasn't. No, but see, I let that be known up front. But it really ain't snitching when you tell somebody up front that like this is the situation. Yeah, so it ain't really snitching, because I done told you this is the consequence.
Like if they bust up in here, I'm telling.
But here's the thing. You ain't even got to worry about you being able to bring it anywhere I lay my head. Yeah. Okay. Because as I told y'all before, mother has lived. I only had 2 boyfriends in my whole life. And one of them is my husband. Okay. Now, I have known people who were in the pharmaceutical business. They were
certain professions.
The
drugs, the street pharmacy profession.
Street pharmacy professions. And I don't mean corner boys.
They was a little higher up than that?
The little white men? They was little white men?
No, baby. We don't.
You know some kingpins? Like what?
Oh, they had the kids.
So first of all, you ain't about to get me on no video talking about who I knew and what.
Well, no, I definitely don't want you to say no names because
just say I knew people.
Yes, you know people, right?
Yeah, because they was pushing tough and up north.
Oh yeah,
I knew
about that life.
That's all I'm gonna say is I knew people.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say is I knew people.
You just got a couple of $20, $30. Because I would go to my can I get $20? You got it? I got me $20, $30.
Got a couple zeros to that.
Yeah.
A few zeros, like for lunch. Oh. See what I'm saying? So, when I tell y'all mama has lived, but your girl is saved, sanctified, and baptized with the Holy Ghost.
That's what I loved about us. Like the one thing that I love about the 3 of us is that we had some lives, okay? We done did some things, right?
But I got engaged to get the ring. I have all I'm gonna say is you can't bring none of that stuff around me. Not today anyway. My husband don't do that kind of stuff, but we're not telling y'all to go and convert the dope boy. Let the dope boy
Let the
be the
dope
dope.
boy come to Jesus on his own. Leave the dope
But
boys
let me tell
alone.
you this. Let me tell you this. The one thing, since we're in this vein, one thing that I would say when it came with my husband is that he was he came to me for the quietness and the peace.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because when you're so much in the noise and I was his peace, because I would be so frustrated. He would come over to my house. And of course, I'm like, hey, we finna watch, Law and Order, SVU. It's a marathon going on. And he would go literally come in there and spend time with me, cuddle with me, and then he would go in my room and he would pass out. And I was like,
Because his
baby,
mind, like, he was probably so tired from like being up and having to watch his back and all of that.
Well, first of all, you got hotel money. Why are you coming over my house going to sleep?
Because you were his safe place. Because you were his safe place.
But sisters, we have lived, and we are telling you on this side of the track, that ain't it.
That life ain't. Listen, I know he's real attractive. I know you see his grill. I know he fine. I know he got a body. And if you ain't always been saved, he might put it down great. But that ain't the life you want.
We just telling you, abort mission. Because we can tell you that there were some trials and tribulations that came with that life that we would not repeat. And so we don't want you to repeat.
Exactly.
If his dealings are not integral, if they are not above people, just save yourself the heartache. I don't care how cute he is. Just know. Just know. Find you a dude that you can build with, that you can grow with. And y'all like each other. I think that is the biggest thing. That's why we keep saying, just go on a coffee date. Yeah. Find a friend, because when you friends, like my husband is my dude. Y'all know that I will kick it with my husband before. Are they having a fight?
No. So my mother-in-law and my husband went to the gym, and that means that they're back. And so my mother-in-law's dog, which is the biggest animal in the house, he's like 85, 90 pounds. But he is the biggest baby. That was him that you just heard.
Oh my God.
Because he loves his mama so much that when he hear her vehicle come into the garage, this is every day she be going out. I'm like, just don't go nowhere.
I love you.
I love you,
mama.
That's what he be saying. This is every day. Do y'all hear this?
Oh Lord.
And then 7 is barking at him because he's getting on her nerves.
She like, shut up.
She literally just ran down here in front of me. It was like, I can't do this. 7 was like, I can't do this.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
That whole situation remind me of that one video, them 2 dogs on Facebook, where one woman was named Boo Boo and the other one was running back. Zoom.
I literally just saw that yesterday. That literally just came up yesterday.
He was like, I ain't gonna be out there running like Boo Boo. And Boo Boo was laying there, and Boo Boo got tired. Said, shut up.
Because she ain't come in the house yet, and so he's having a whole anxiety. Yeah.
Like, where are you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hilarious.
But single ladies. We did not know this was going to be a tips for Christian singles, but here you go. Thank you. You're welcome. I know that we have all been married for an extended period of time.
How long you been married?
Me? I have been married 11 years.
What about you?
But I have been in love with my husband since 2006. That's when I met him.
Oh, man,
and we've been together ever since.
2006.
Yeah, we've been together since 2006. Yeah. So,
how long have you and Mike been together, Tiffany?
Me and Mike have been together for 18 years, but we've been married for 16.
Yeah, Chris and I have been together for 22 years, and we've been married for 18 years.
So y'all are not getting information from women that just, fly by nights, and we just jumped in the game. Like,
dang, I've known
we got skin
for
in the
17
game.
years.
See? Yeah. We do have skin in the game. And here's another thing, ladies and gentlemen. Just because somebody has skin in the game does not mean they have good skin in the game.
Yeah, you
You have
gotta.
some people who have been together for a very long time and will try to speak into your life and your relationship, and they are miserable. Don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that. Don't let them, because they're gonna talk you out of the blessing that could be yours. And
Mm-hmm.
don't even be fooled, because like sometimes people get nervous when things seem to move really fast. If sometimes when God is in a thing, a situation can progress really quickly. You
Yeah.
could go from knowing each other on your third date. Now you in a full blown relationship. 6 months later, he's proposing. By the end of the year, y'all married. That is possible. That is
It
possible. But again,
is.
ask the Lord to show you their heart, and ask the Lord to show them your heart, right? So that
Yeah.
you are all on the same page.
And
But
ask
we
God if that's the
want,
right timeline for you.
yes, we want our Christian brothers and sisters to be married and booed up.
Mm-hmm.
If you want kids, we want y'all to have as
Have
many as the
all the
Lord
kids you
designed for
want.
you. If kids are not for you, we want you to live your best life without them. Like whatever the Lord has in store for you, whatever is right for you, man, dear Christian black girl, baby, get to it. Get to it. And don't let anybody tell you that you won't make compromises in relationships, because you will.
You will.
It does not compromise your integrity,
Right. Or your
compromise
morality.
health or your morality or your spirituality. As long as it doesn't compromise there, baby, consider.
But your head will never place you in put you in a place to where you have to compromise your character, your integrity, your value, who you are as a person. He would never do that. One thing my husband did is, like, when I felt like I was trying to be that trap queen at one time, he was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like what Tikisha say, settle down, little one.
Settle down,
You
little
ain't
one.
going to church.
Settle down, little one.
One Wednesday, I wasn't going to church. I was just sitting there. He was like, so y'all not having church today? I was like, oh yeah, they there. He was like, so why you ain't there? Oh, I ain't going to church today. What we doing? He was like, no, no, no.
We ain't doing nothing.
No, no,
Right.
no.
We are going to
No,
church.
no,
My
no.
husband
He
does
was
that
like,
to me
you
now.
going to church.
You
Go
going
to church.
Yeah. But yeah, keep just ask the Lord to lead you and guide you into
Yeah.
all. He will do that, because we want to see you out here thrusting and thriving.
Like
Mary,
I want an invitation to the wedding when it comes. That's all I'm
maybe even
saying.
if it's video, even if I
Marriage
can
is
be there.
marriage shows forth new weddings, and marriage shows forth, according to Jeremiah 33, that there's prosperity in the land.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah 33 and what? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's Jeremiah. Hold on, because
Because Jerry gonna put it.
that's what the year of the bride. Matter of fact, if you are a single woman
Oh,
and you are
Jeremiah
praying for your
33.
yeah, you're praying for like your marriage, or if you're a married woman that's praying for your marriage to be anew. Because yes, you do get in phases in your marriage where you be like, how do we get here? Like
Child.
this
We're gonna
ain't
have
this
to, we're
ain't
gonna
what I
have to
want.
do like a marriage episode. Today was a singles episode. We're gonna have to do a
We
marriage
can do a marriage
episode.
episode next episode, since we
Yeah.
talk about singles. But literally, the chapter in my Bible, it's a 4-in-1 Bible. The NIV version, the chapter title is called "Promise of Restoration," and in the
Mm-hmm.
New American Standard Bible, it's called "Restoration Promise."
Mm-hmm.
And
But
it
go
talks
to
about
coveredbygod.co, and you
Mhm.
can join that the year of the
Never
bride
gone
fast and get the information or whatever, so because they're gathering together to pray for marriage. I have done it, but they're
Mhm.
fasting and they're praying for singles that are desiring to be married people, even if you are divorcee and you are coming into you are going through that process. But also, because I've been divorced as well, so I understand what that process looks like. But to have to get back into the game and try to date and trust people with your heart to even allow them in your space. It's not even trusting them with your heart. It's trusting them to come into your space again.
Yeah.
Because, that divorce process, even if it was necessary, it still hurts. So, go and check that out, so that way you can sign up for the email list to get the information.
And then rely on the Lord to teach you how to date, to teach you how to be courted, right? Because even though you may know how, we also need to have the capacity to receive.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Lord can send you a great guy, dear Christian black girl. But if you don't know how to receive from him, you can end up sabotaging the relationship before it even gets started. So
Yeah.
if you know that you are one who does not know how to receive, ask the Lord to teach you how to receive love, how to recognize friendship, and the Lord will do that. And don't show up as the caretaker. And I think that happens a lot with Christian women. We show up as the caretaker. Oh, he can't pick up his clothes from the dry clean. I'll do it. Oh, my mama needs to go to the doctor. I'll do it. No, settle down. He figured it out before you got there. Let him figure it out. You know what I mean? Do not show up as the caretaker. I'm not saying don't be caring and kind, but you are not his personal assistant.
Right.
Settle down.
Right.
Let him take care of those things, but just show up as your authentic self. And if you don't know what that is, go spend some time with the Lord. If you don't know who you are, I'm going to advise you not to date yet, because you will come into who God has called you to be and come into agreement with that. And you are now with a partner who is attached to who you portrayed to be. So if you are not clear on your identity, who you are, and standing firm in who the Lord has called you to be, go spend time with the Lord before you even consider dating. Let the Lord reveal you to you, so that when he presents you to who he calls your husband, it won't be no, your man won't think there was a bait and switch, because you was starting and bopping and going to the strip club with him, and now I gotta go to church, and he's like, wait a minute, who's that?
Right.
Or vice versa, like Tiffany said, you going to church and now you want to be in a trap house, and he's like, wait a minute, who's that? Go find yourself in the
Go find
Lord.
yourself. But also, knowing who you are does not mean you're gonna have it all figured out when you do start dating.
No,
We did not
No.
listen. You're not. You're not. And so
We're
don't
in the
expect.
process now.
still
We're
you
in the
will
process now at 11 years, 16 years, and 22
18.
years of
You will
marriage.
still,
Still
you will still
processing.
grow.
You
But
will
we're
always
saying
be
that
learning
before,
something about yourself
you're always
and your partner.
and him.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So there's that. All right, y'all. We gotta go. We love y'all so much. If you have not joined our family, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, sis, what are you doing? That's my question. What are you
Just going
doing?
to subscribe
Go
right
ahead
now.
and click the subscribe button below.
Yes. Turn your
And
post and notifications on.
yeah, turn them notifications on, because we be posting stuff every week. So turn the notifications on. Make sure
Can I
that you
do
are
it?
following us on all social media.
Yes.
That is Facebook, Threads, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure you follow us at Dear Christian Black Girl. Y'all, we got a Facebook group, and it is all the way live. We love our Facebook family.
Yes.
Hey, y'all. What's up? We love our TikTok family.
Thank
Y'all,
you.
TikTok came through for this challenge. Like, when I saw people come from TikTok, like, oh, we need this. I was like, wait, what is happening? I was really confused, because people don't be commenting on my stuff on TikTok. So I was like, these people are commenting. Who are they? What
It's
they
good.
And the Lord was like, Jerry, you put out a challenge. Did you not think that nobody was going to join? Like, what are you doing? And so, yeah, so if you didn't know, we are doing a 30-day challenge. We're about halfway through now, but
Yep.
you can still join. You can go to dearchristianblackgirl.com and get all the information for the challenge. If you want to join, we will send you the information. All right, y'all. We love y'all so much. We thank y'all for rocking with us. We will see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.